Today we are going to start with this chapter, element, compound and mixtures. Okay, so you already know about what are the elements. Element is any substance, the smallest part of any substance that cannot be broken down any further, that is an element. So everything in this universe, on our earth, is an element, made out of an element or more than one element. When they are made up of only one type of element, then we call them atoms. They are made up of atoms, and atoms constitute an element. An element can be made of only one type of atom or many types of atoms. You know that in the periodic table there are 103 elements. 103 was before, now they say there are 105 elements. Yes, they have found two more element more than the normal. That they say that if one gram of plutonium, 1 gram of plutonium is an element just like an iron, and silver and gold, they are similar elements. There is an element known as plutonium. If you have 1 gram of plutonium, 1 to 2 crore of people can die easily with that element. I mean, some elements can produce radiation. There are different types of elements which produce radiation. There are some elements which do not produce some are very strong, some are much more tensile, that means they can be drawn into wire form, or there are some which can easily be formed into a sheet form, just like the aluminum foil, and wire form in the form of wire, copper wires that you have. So every element has a unique character or trait. Okay, so there are 100 they are saying that there are 120 different chemical building blocks. We call these building blocks. That's not true. They are adding too many lanthanides and actinide series. Sorry to say, that is a periodic table. Have you seen a periodic table before?
Yes.
So periodic table contains elements at the top, and at the bottom also there are two lines. Those two are lines which are known as lanthanide and actinide series. They are normally radioactive. That means they always produce some kind of rays through them, like the X-ray element, that when it falls, the rays falls on you, you can see the inside skeleton of your body.
So earlier this says 120. This said it's 10.
No, I said that there are 103 to 105, but I did not add those two lines. That's why. Okay. So normally in everyday use, and in all these aeroplane building, car building, and all those things, we normally use the top part of the periodic table. They are the basic ones. Like human beings are made of carbon, iron, calcium. You know these things are there in your magnesium, zinc. Zinc help in your immunity. Calcium help build up the bones. The red blood color is due to the iron, and so on and so forth, isn't it? So these are the different elements that are in your body. Then we come.
Vitamins made of elements.
They are also elements. Everything, even your flesh is made up of protein. Protein is made up of carbon, hydrogen, and some other compounds. So element is made up of atoms. Atoms can be of different types. Okay, elements are pure. So if you are talking about one element, then that is pure. You are not pure, because you are made up of 100 different types of elements. Got it? So like for example, this bread and the wooden board are both made up of the same three elements: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Only three things. Imagine. Although this is edible, this is not. Bread and wood are different because they contain different percentages of each of these elements, and the elements are joined in different ways. Got it? Just like coal. Methane. Methane is a gas, or it contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen also. imagine?
can't eat that.
You can't eat that. But if you smell too much of it, you might faint because it's not oxygen. Got it? Elements are made up of atoms, and each atom contain only one kind of atom. Each element contain only one type of atom. So if you are talking about one element like iron, probably the iron would look like this. If you did the X-ray of iron, it would look like this.
This is iron.
No. If this is iron, then its atom might be like this. You never know. Got it? But what about, for example, aluminium? What would it be? It would have bigger atoms in lesser space, but same amount of space, sorry. So you see more atoms coming, making iron more heavier than aluminium, and its density is also more than aluminium. That's why aluminium foil can float on water, but iron cannot. Iron nail, even if you make it into a sheet.
But it will float in mercury.
Yeah, mercury. That's that's another element. Then we don't know. Okay, so this is what an element looks like. So different constitutions. Elements are made up of atoms, and a pure element contains only one kind of atom. This is a pure iron. This is a pure. No other atoms of aluminium or sand or carbon or any other element is mixed in this one. Got it? Is that clear? Okay. Now, what is an element? An element is a chemical substance that cannot be broken down into anything simpler. We have read about this also. We have also read about the definition of atoms also. That cannot be further divided. Right? Anything simpler. This is because it is made up of only one type of atom. For example, carbon is an element because it is made up of only carbon atoms. About 90 elements have been found in the nature. The others have been created by scientists. These are some of the natural elements. Each name is followed by a chemical symbol. Okay. Now, follow. Now, a kind of chemical shorthand recognized by all over the world. For example, wherever you see iron written, you will see that they have represented it with Fe. What about aluminium? You will see Al. It's just like, for example, look at Vakas. The name Vakas. What is Vakas? What is the nickname of Vakas? Vicky. We call him Vicky, right? Right? Isn't it? So many people have nicknames, right? So each of these elements have got their own nicknames also. So because aluminium, it starts with Al, so we call it Al. Mr. Al. This is a Mr. Al. Ah, that is, yes. Now we are confused, right? Why Fe when it is starting with an I, right?
Yes.
Because its old Latin name was ferrum. And they decided not to stick to the recent name. They stuck to the original name, which was maybe founded by an old scientist of ferrum, an Italian person maybe. So they want to stick to that also, because you know that science started long before,
So
even before our holy prophet Muhammad. Even before that, people have been known in pharaoh's time to have used nails and wood together to make. So iron was known long before anything else. Swords were used and everything.
But how did the scientists make new ones? Didn't they mix up other atoms? But that wouldn't be pure.
They improved the quality of some material by putting some different atoms into it.
It's to mixing two atoms to make one?
Two atoms can't be mixed. Yes, two elements can be mixed because atoms cannot be seen by naked eyes,
but
right?
like for
So,
example-
like for example, if you have a material which is good at absorbing heat, but at the same time you need it to be tough also. So, iron is very tough, but aluminum is lighter. So
then
to handle it, to make a sword which is tough and light also to carry and to use,
Stainless.
you mix the you melt aluminium and you melt iron and then you mix
That-
them together.
But then the atoms mix together or like carbon only has one, only the carbon atoms, so a new atom is created.
You are
but
not
that would
mixing
become-
up the atoms. You are mixing up the elements. For example,
But
if you
that
are
then-
mixing this up, for example, okay, now when you mix up iron with aluminium, the iron, you will melt both of them and then you will pour the iron into the aluminium. What will happen in the big gaps, because they are bigger atoms in size, the smaller atoms of iron will fit in.
That's what I'm trying to say. But like they're saying the scientists made new, scientists made other elements. So
Elements,
how
yes.
did they make them? But like this one is not pure anymore because it has two types of atoms.
That is a different thing. What they do is they concentrate the rays of or beams of atoms or protons and neutrons onto the nucleus of an atom and then break it and make a new one. That is a difficult thing. Don't go into it right now. All right. Okay. Like sulfur is S. Mercury is Hg. How come? No, that
Latin name
is stupid. Again, Latin name Hydrargyrum. The original name of Mercury is Hydrargyrum.
That's the tongue twister.
Yeah, that's a tongue twister to some extent. Yes, you can say. Iron is ferrum. That's easy, right? And silver is augmentum. Augmentine खाइए.
That's not a
Augmentum.
silver.
You never know there is silver in there. You never know. You never know that augmentine might be containing some silver in it. That's why its name is augmentine. Got it? That is Ag. And we have got so many different types of elements. Look over here. Oh my goodness. Magnesium is Mg. That is easy. Iodine is I. That is easy. Carbon is
C.
C. Zinc is Zn. Bromine is Br. And copper is Cu. Mostly they normally do have the nicknames of their own words. But a few are there, which
But there is no U in
copper, that is cuprum. That's why, because copper is not copper, it is Cuprum, cuprum. Okay, so that's why. Diamond contains only carbon. Can you imagine? Just imagine iron nail rusts. Okay, when you mix it with carbon, simple carbon, charcoal, koila, or similar, then you form stainless steel, which doesn't get rusted. Awesome, isn't it? So unique, isn't it? Just adding a few particles of carbon into iron makes it stainless. It doesn't get rusted.
So what about that?
Diamond is pure carbon. It's just the arrangement of carbon that makes it into the world's most hardest element on earth.
It's the hardest element.
It's the hardest element on earth. It can cut everything that you can think of.
Diamond.
Yes. The hardest rock, the hardest metal, the hardest everything, and that is why it can only be broken down by itself. Nothing else will work. To sharpen or to make diamond crystals, we use diamond only. in the drills, in the sandpaper that you use, all those things, they contain diamond pieces attached to their surface, so that
Of what?
diamond sandpaper. What is
Diamond?
sandpaper? What is sandpaper? To smoothen the rough edges of a wood piece, right? So what do? They have a hard. They have this paper on which there is glue, and on that glue they pour some sand, which is made out of hard rocks. That's why when you rub it on the surface of the wood, it got smoothened, right? For diamond, you've got to have a diamond.
Expensive
Yes, diamond paper, diamond sandpaper. You know those big drills that they have for building tunnels in the Rocky
Yeah, but
Mountains.
diamonds-
In the Rocky Mountains, yes, their edges are all fitted with diamond.
Must be expensive.
Awesome, expensive, and you have seen the size of those drills. They are bigger than your own double-story building. Yes, so imagine how much money is needed to build a tunnel. Must be really very rich. Got to go and rob them, right? Okay, never think about the wrong ways of doing things. Why don't we extract diamonds from the earth? That would be better.
Is
Isn't it?
diamond a renewable source or no?
Carbon, darling. Burn tree and get the charcoal and put it under the heavy pressure and heavy temperature,
So it
and
was created by man?
it was created by nature,
Okay,
because
okay,
under
yes,
the crude oil and all that, how it got fossilized, and eventually when you extract them and you use you polish them and everything, you get the
When was the
diamond.
first diamond found?
Oh, God knows. That I don't know. Diamond contains only carbon. The biggest diamond ever found has a mass of almost 600 gram. This means that it contained about 30 million carbon atoms. Can you
How
imagine?
big was it? How big was it?
600 grams.
No, how big? Size.
I guess this big.
That's the biggest?
I think it's in the
crown of
crown of Queen Elizabeth. Yes. And some people have this story that it was stolen from India or something like that. Indians believe that. Okay, we don't know how much of it is the truth. And then again, founders keepers. Metals and non-metals. Elements can be sorted into groups, and according to their properties, they are dull or shiny. They are solid, liquid, or gases. They are probably the simplest way of classifying element is by dividing them into metals and non-metals, right? The main difference between metals and non-metals are shown in the table below. Like metals, what are metals?
Metals are hard, solid, dense, and feel heavy, shiny appearance. When polished, high boiling point, difficult to melt, malleable can easily be
bent.
Wood
Oh no, malleable means you can hammer it and form into a sheet form like a aluminium foil.
Yes,
And they are ductile also. They are malleable and ductile. Ductile means they can be changed into a duct, that is a wire form. Cable duct nahi kehte?
Yes.
Okay, so good conductors of heat. We all know that metals are good conductors of heat. Good conductor of, obviously, like sonorous.
Make a ring sound when hit.
Yes, that is the beauty of it. Take any metal and different sounds of different metals. See this one.
This is the loudest.
And then you have got,
Yeah.
and then you have got this. So different sounds, isn't it? Okay, so now these are the metals. Metals have good, that is why, have you seen guitar wires?
Yes.
No. You will hear the different music and lovely music coming. Why? Because each string is producing a different sound because each string is made up of a different metal. Got it? Now, what about the non-metals? Usually,
Gases or solids which melt easily, not very dense and feel light, dull appearance, low boiling point, melt easily.
dull appearance. Can you tell me a non-metal which is dull in appearance? Is this a metal? Is this a metal? Is this a metal? Keyboard.
This thing is shiny.
That is whether it is,
Plastic.
but not all. I mean, not all the properties of the metals are there, right? If they are shiny, but it's not like it's conducting electricity. Is it malleable and ductile? Is it conducting heat? Does it burn? Metals do not burn. Got it? So they are poor, they are dull in appearance. Normally, if you look at the pulp of wood that is bought out to make the paper, that's not shiny. They are on this. They have pasted maybe probably some plastic sheet.
They're glazed.
Yes, they are glazed.
And what
So-
parts?
They have low boiling point. They don't have melting point. They rather burn,
Yes.
right? So we don't know. Melt easily, brittle or powdery.
Poor heat conductance.
You can talk about melting also in the sense that plastic is a non-metal, but it melts.
Yes.
But it burns also.
How can it
Haven't you-
burn and
have
melt
you-
at the same time?
Haven't you seen a pen? Have you ever burnt a pen? Try doing that today. We'll see after this. Okay? Okay? We'll see.
But what, like how?
Just put a
But
normal
how does
pen.
it burn and melt at the same time?
If you don't bring the fire in, you just heat it continuously in a pan or something, it will melt. Tell me one thing. What is a glue gun?
Everything is melted.
Melted glue or melted plastic?
Melted plastic.
What is that rod that you put at the back?
It's plastic.
It's plastic. Got it? It does not act on heat. But you take it, put it on the stove and try burning it.
It will burn.
It will burn. It sure must burn. I've never tried it, but let's see today. We are going to
Wastage.
no, we'll take some glue gun, will you melt it
Okay,
and then
try
bring
it.
out a thread or something, then put it on there and see. Okay. So they are brittle or powdery. You know, when they break, they don't break like metal extending into a wire form and then breaking into a pointy edges. How does the melt? How does the sorry, metal melt? They melt like this. When in the beginning they are like this. Okay, this is a metal. You are heating it over here. Okay, what will happen? Slowly it will start melting, and now you have got a dip into the metal because it is trying to melt. And this, oops, sorry, it's this way, and then it will extend and more into a wiry form. Metal melts like this, right?
Till it turns into
Till
a
it
wire.
turns into a wire and then it breaks into a pointy edge. One. This. While
Why does it become liquid?
no,
Like
I mean, you are heating it at one
plasticine.
point. No. Why wouldn't
no,
it?
it doesn't flow when it's melted.
Yes, it will. If you heat the whole metal in a pan, in a furnace, okay. But when you are heating it on only on one point, it will extend until it becomes a wire. But do that to a rock. No, it will maybe break into a piece which is crumbly. Have you seen a brick?
Yes.
How does it break into a kind of powdery substance but with big granules in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is what is happening. So that is and easy. So they are not, they are brittle or powdery. Do you know what talcum powder? What is it? What we are going to do is we are not going to use the definition they have used in the book. No, please remember that this is not the definition. This is the definition that you are going to follow. An element is a substance that cannot be broken down into anything simpler. That simple. This is the definition that you are going to follow, not the definition in the book. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay. Please do not follow the definition that is in the book. Follow this definition. Okay. So please do not use that definition which is given in the book. Use this definition. An element is a substance that cannot be broken down into anything simpler. Simpler or simple? Anything simple. Okay, that is the answer to the first question, and that is also, you have to cut this down and rewrite your over here. No, do it in your own time. Okay, why is carbon called an element? Because it contains all the same type of atoms in it. It's made up of the same type of atom, right?
Yes.
So the answer would be, what is an element?
An element is a substance that cannot be broken down into anything simple.
And why is carbon called an element?
Because it has the same kind of, it has only one kind of atom, which is the carbon.
Very good. Number 2, roughly how many natural elements are there? Approximately how many elements are there?
120.
Yeah, 120. They have listed as 120. But how many did I tell you?
105.
Very good. 105. 3. From the element in the photographs, name 3 solids, 1 liquid and 1 gas.
One solid, let's take iron. This is liquid mercury.
This is iron.
No, I mean solid, and this is
Solid is, what is it? Sulfur. And liquid?
mercury.
1 solid, 1 liquid and 1 gas. Where is the gas? This is a bromine gas.
This is not gas. This is liquid.
This is not liquid. This is gas. This is
liquid.
This is filled up. It's brown in color.
So then what's
It's gas.
this?
That is liquid bromine. The top. I'm talking about the top part.
Oh, it's a
This is all gas. This is the liquid. Okay. So you can say sulfur solid,
mercury.
bromine liquid and bromine gas. Right?
But we can name mercury.
You can also say water liquid and water vapors gas, but again water vapors cannot be seen. Here you can see, that's why you can name it also. Got it?
Bromine gas, mercury
Yes.
liquid, and sulfur solid.
Solid. Okay. Number 4, name an element used for making jewelry.
Gold.
And iron also.
Yes.
Yes.
And iron.
What about water pipes?
What the
Water pipes are made up of? Do they get rusted?
they're made of stainless and stainless steel or something.
Okay, they can be made of steel, but they are normally made of either
Carbon
normal
steel?
normal iron, because they do get rusted. Your taps do get rusted if you don't clean them often, right? So, what about thermometer?
Mercury.
Awesome. Now that one was a perfect answer. Otherwise, the rest of them I had to help you out. That is unfortunate. Okay, test your understanding too. What is the simplest way of classifying elements?
Metals and non-metals.
According to their metals and properties, their properties. According to their properties. These are the properties of metals and non-metals.
No, they're like probably the simplest way of classifying elements is by dividing into metals and non. Simplest way of classifying metals.
These are metals and non-metal properties. They are the properties of metals and non-metals. So they should have said that this simplest way of classifying elements is by their properties, dividing them into metals and non-metals. Okay. So yes, it's up to you. Use anyway, but you have heard my answer. Okay. What does malleable means?
That it can be like it can be if it's hit with a hammer or anything, it can turn into a sheet.
Very good. Name a malleable metal element.
Steel
Aluminium foil.
is iron.
Iron sheets, yes. Why? Car of the body is made of.
Iron.
What does sonorous means?
There's some the elements that can ring.
They
the
can
ringing
produce
sound.
musical sounds.
Yes, that
Kind
can
of
be able to
nice,
ring-
isn't it?
Ringing sound
Yes.
when hit.
Name a sonorous element.
Steel and iron
Tire,
and
copper,
copper and
right?
metal. Yes. Even silver.
Yes, even silver. Describe a method for testing whether an element is a metal or a non-metal. How can you test this is a metal or not? Using a circuit or burning it, right?
Yes.
Number
Our
5.
method. That's it.
Okay, read the number 5.
The student was testing an unknown element to see if it was metal or non-metal. The element was solid, dull in appearance, very brittle, and conducted electricity. What was this unknown element? But wait, when graphite
was
breaks,
solid.
it's crumbly and brittle.
Solid, dull in appearance, very brittle, and conducted electricity. You are right. What did you say?
That graphite is
Graphite.
crumbly and-
Graphite is a non-metal that conducts electricity. You know what?
Oh, it's
You know
dull
what?
in appearance, it's
Yes.
brittle, and it
Conducts electricity. Now tell me one thing. Barbecue? Coal. Coal. That is coal, a form of carbon, right?
Does it
Graphite?
conduct electricity?
No, it doesn't. It's brittle and it's dull also.
Yes.
Coal. We are
Graphite
talking.
is, there's
Graphite
different
is a little bit shiny. It can be made into, isn't it? When you are sharpened the pencil, it becomes shiny from the side. See, look for yourself. Look at this edge. Look at this edge. Okay, much more shinier tip. So it can be. It is shiny, but dull in appearance and brittle also. I can break it and it would go like powdery, right?
Yes, but then this
But
is
then-
not dull in appearance.
It is dull. How shiny is it in appearance? A metal
It's a little shiny,
nail would be shinier than this.
Yes.
Yes. So think
Unless
about
it's
that.
twisted.
And what about the pin that we have?
Yes, it's
Is it more shiny or is it less shinier?
more shiny.
So you can see for yourself. Thumbtack. Talk about thumbtack. Isn't it? So these are the answer is graphite. Very good, shabash. You can connect it to the wire and it will conduct electricity. We have seen that done in the chapter of electricity. So I think this much is all right for today. These 2 pages. You can complete the work in your register. Start with doing it and then we'll go on to the next chapter, uses of the elements. and what is an atom in the next period. Okay, is that all right? Thank you, and yes, please like, subscribe, and share. That's a norm, I guess. As much as you do, it would be very useful for your own friends. So you should share it to your friends. If they don't have it, subscribe it to the channel. You'll get to see the rest of the chapter. Okay, this is part 1 of element, compound, and mixture, chapter 9.